Why, hello there. I'm Cameron Irvine, and I am the Regent Marching Brigade's current drumline captain. I've been doing percussion and now drumline for about 7 years altogether, which is terrifying, but that's okay, because this might be your first. I know drumline and percussion is a weird and wacky section to be a part of, so here are some tips on how to get started. Or maybe you're coming back for a refresher. I know I need one sometimes too. So, without further ado, let's go. What is this cadence called?
Monkey Nut!
Hey you, do you like to hit things? Have you ever looked at something weird and thought, I wonder what happens if I... Well, then you've come to the right place. Whether you use something like these mallets or something else like this, you are a percussionist. And today we're going to be looking at how we use percussion and how we do things in the marching band. So let's go. Most of the time, a lot of you are going to be using drumsticks that look like these. These are actually marching ones, which means they're a lot thicker than ones you would use on something like a drum set. But let's do a quick demonstration of hand position. So I'll show you, right? Between these two fingers, that's where your pivot is going to be. And then these other three fingers are just there to catch, just in case. The other hand, if you're doing match grip for basses or tenor/quads, is the same with these two fingers. For a snare, for traditional grip, it's quite a lot different. So what I do is you do a finger gun and put your stick right here, close, close. And the rotation is going to be how your axis is. And this is how you're going to play like this. Okay, let's move on now to each individual instrument. So I only have a snare and a cymbal, so I'm going to be showing you how to do each of the things with each instrument individually, so you can skip to your instrument per your choice. Okay. The first command you're going to hear is a 10 hut, where we put our feet together like this, and for snare we're going to put sticks in like this, ready to play, and head up and looking proud with your Regent pride and all of that stuff. When you hear it, it's going to sound something like this.
Band, a 10 hut.
What? And you're going to sound off and disturb all the neighbors, preferably. The next command that you're all going to encounter is parade rest. That's where, if we're going to be standing there for a long time, we don't want to be standing like this, having our knees locked for too long of a time if you don't want to pass out. Learning from experience. Okay, so parade rest, you're going to be probably from attention, right? And it's going to be 1 up here with your foot out. So 1, 2 down like this. You can see that. Both hands on this side, just holding the sticks above. So you're standing like this. Okay, when you hear it, and it's always from attention, right? It's going to sound like this.
Band, parade rest.
1, 2. Okay, so here's a slightly different angle so you can see more of me. And for drumline and battery, we have some slightly different commands, which are just like the other commands, except they're special because, yes, we do them when it's just us doing a drill or something like that. And we might say something different other than 1 or 1, 2, depending on the situation. Okay, so the first one is going to be dress center dress, which is like parade rest. Going to go 1, 2. All right? Now it sounds like this.
Drumline, dress center dress.
1, 2. The other command you're going to hear, possibly, is ready front, which is like a 10 hut, but in 2 counts instead of 1. So it sounds like this.
Ready, front.
1, 2. When we're with the rest of the band in a block, which is the array that we march in, you might hear commands like this.
Band, horns up.
That's the tap that the center snare is going to give for the rest of the band to put their horns up. Then we're probably going to play. When we're done playing, you'll hear something like this,
Band, horns down.
which, as you can guess, they put their horns down. For the most part, percussion and drumline don't really do anything for this. However, when we do play, and she gives a count off, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, either Miss Aguilar or the drum major, we are going to put sticks or mallets out on the downbeat after first measure. What do I mean by that? Well, just like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Play. Now for the basses, or in my case, my air bass drum. Wow, that amazing. Okay, so for the most part, you're going to be standing to the side like this and looking towards the conductor this way, or the other way, but sideways. You get the idea. We're going to be holding our mallets the same way in the middle of the head. Same sort of motion you'd be doing. It's a little bit awkward, but I'm sure you'll get used to it. And the commands are the same, and they look like this. So, tension is right here, next to the front rim of the drum. And parade rest is going to be you're clicking outwards and putting your foot out at the same time. Click outwards, and in for parade rest is the 1, 2. And then, if you remember, dress, center, dress, and ready front are basically the same, except for ready front, you're going to be, since it's 2 counts instead of 1, click in. So those are your 2 movements. Click out, click in. Got it? Let's hear them. Attention and parade rest first, and then dress, center, dress, ready front.
Band, attend hut.
1,
Band, parade rest.
1, 2.
Drumline, dress, center, dress.
1, 2.
Ready, front.
1, 2. The last thing for bass drums to know is how to go out when we're going to play. So, same sort of thing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to start playing. For our last instrument, we have the cymbals. And hopefully you have real straps on yours. But this is actually a hi-hat that I took apart. Probably not the best idea, but it will do for demonstration. So, your attention is going to be same feet, cymbals here at the sides, like this. Okay, that's going to sound like this. Same thing.
Band, attend hut.
1. Your parade rest, as per one of our alumna's request, is going to be like this. 1, 2. Okay? Let's hear that.
Band, parade rest.
1, 2. Okay, the last thing, I believe, for cymbals, will be your playing position. So, when we're counting off, and we're going to go out on the same number, but it's going to be a little more cumbersome, so it's fine to take your time. You go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you play on 1, that's going to be your first crash. If not, lucky you. The last thing for all of you is going to be the pregame, which we do when we come onto the field at the beginning of a football game. We might play it at other times too. And then right after this goes into fight song, which you should hear quite a lot because we're doing a recording this week. So, it sounds like this. I don't have 2 mallets, but you guys do, so please, alternate on either side with the different hands. Okay. Regents are here! I hope you all learned something and maybe enjoyed a bit. If you have any other questions, you can email regentdrummers@gmail.com. Bye!